What's up, hitters? I'm Coach Dan Blewett. In today's video, let's talk about how to hit slow pitching. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Coach Dan. I'm a former pro pitcher. Today, let's talk about how to hit slow pitching. So obviously this can be a problem, especially for young hitters, adjusting from a really hard throwing pitcher where you feel locked in to a slow throwing pitcher who is kind of just like lobbing it up there, is kind of junking it, and it can be mentally and physically distracting. So let's talk about some strategies here to help you have a good game, even when there's a really soft throwing kind of grenade thrower on the mound. All right, so first tip here, number one, is take time when you're on the on-deck circle to time the hitter up, or to time the pitcher up. So what this means is when you're off to the side, you should be watching the pitcher go through his delivery and figure out when your foot needs to be down to be on time with his, his release point. You'll see every major league, every high-level hitter doing this in the on-deck circle. They're watching the pitcher, they're watching him go through the rhythm of his delivery, and they're getting their foot down on time. It's going to change for every pitcher. If you throw 100, yeah, your foot's going to have to get down quicker to get your bat through the zone. If you throw 70, it's going to take longer, right? So use the time in the on-deck circle to time up the pitcher. All right, tip number two here is take a pitch. If you feel like you need to figure out how it looks coming in, does it have any ride, is it kind of dying, and you just feel like you need to adjust, especially if there's a hard thrower in before, take a pitch. You know, the odds a pitcher throws a strike on the first pitch is only 2/3 if he's good, if he's a good strike thrower. If he's not a good strike thrower, it's probably more like half, like 50%, 55%, something like that. So you have a 50-50 shot of being behind or ahead in the count, essentially. So you might as well take that first pitch to get comfortable, gauge it, and see what the speed looks like. All right, my third tip for hitting slow pitching is take your normal swing. For some reason, hitters get into this mental happy zone where they're like, oh, this guy throws slow, so now it's Happy Gilmore time, and they just want to go off to the driving range and see how far they can hit it. That's a bad idea because you're going to get out of rhythm, you're going to swing too hard, you're going to be too mentally focused on trying to get an extra base hit or hit a dinger, and that's going to take you out of the focus zone, which is see the ball, put a good swing on the ball. Those two things are incompatible mentally. You can't see ball, hit ball, and try to hit a dinger and embarrass the kid at the same time. It just doesn't work. So stay in your normal swing. Don't change anything. The fact that he throws slower is not going to mean it's going to be tough to hit the ball in the outfield. It's actually only 1 mile per hour in exit speed for every 5 miles per hour that the pitcher throws. So if they throw 10 miles per hour slower than normal, that's only going to lose 2 miles per hour of exit velocity. So it's really not going to make any difference. And that's straight from Dr. Alan Nathan, who's one of the baseball physics guys. He told me that equation. So it's 1 to 5 essentially. So again, there's not a very big difference from exit velocity for slower throwers. So don't feel like you need to go up there swinging for the fences. It's a really, really bad idea. Tip number 4, when you throw slower as a pitcher, the ball is going to sort of have a pop up out of your hand. Curveballs are going to go up before they kind of go down. Sliders are going to look like they go up before they go down. You'll see the ball pop out of the hitter's or out of the pitcher's hand a lot more when they don't throw as hard. That's why it's so hard to hit really high level pitching, guys who throw really hard and throw really fast breaking balls. So in the big leagues, most guys throw their curveball 80 miles per hour now, which is really, really hard. So it tracks straight for a long time. It never has that pop up out of the hand. So when you're a hitter and you know a guy throws slowly, you know that his curveball and his slider, they're going to pop up out of their hand. So basically you can say, okay, I'm going to have an easy time recognizing the curveball and the slider. So basically this allows you to say, I don't have to worry about the curveball and the slider because I'm going to be able to see it very easily. So I can just time myself up, look for fastballs, hunt fastballs, and adjust when I see that curveball or that slider go up. All right, tip number 5 for hitting slow pitching is set yourself mentally to hit the ball to center or to right center. Don't get into again, we talked about getting into this home run swing mode. Go up to the plate saying, I'm going to see ball, hit ball, and I'm going to try to smash it right back up the dish to center field. If you do that and they throw a little slower, you might be a little bit on your front foot, but you'll still have enough of your weight back to then pull it and keep it fair. But what you don't want to be doing is being so ready to ambush and pull the ball that then if he throws you anything off speed or it's on the outside part of the plate or whatever, now you're just way too far out in front and you have no chance of keeping it fair with authority. So mentally set your little knob to back up the middle or opposite field and be prepared to drive it that way, and you'll be surprised at how often that approach will keep you grounded, keep your weight back, and keep you mentally centered to not try to get into pull happy mode where you then get too far on your front foot. And my last tip, my 6th tip for hitting slow pitchers is don't let your guard down and think you've already won the game before it gets going. This is a common problem. Everyone gets so excited, they want to heckle the other team, they want to heckle the opposing pitcher. They feel like they've already won, so they're just laughing around the dugout. They're not focusing on the on-deck circle. They come up here smiling, ready to just like take a home run swing. They're already doing their home run trot before they take a swing. And what happens is they have a bunch of really bad at-bats in the first 3 or 4 innings, and they're losing 2-1. And now they all panic in the last inning, say, oh man, we're about to get embarrassed by this guy that doesn't throw very hard. And now what happens is you start to press, it starts to snowball, and everything gets mentally worse. And now your bats get really scary because you're afraid of looking like a chump because you've already gone 0 for 2 against the guy. So if you stay locked in from the beginning, prepare to battle it out with this pitcher just like you would any other pitcher, and stay focused on seeing ball hit ball, going up the middle or going opposite gap, then you're going to have a good time and a good game staying locked in, and then you can beat this guy if he doesn't have good stuff. But again, if you put the cart before the horse and you feel like you've already won the battle before you've started it, you're going to have a really tough time with this junk baller who probably has some good command and good success changing speeds. Otherwise, coach probably wouldn't throw him out there against you. So hopefully this video is helpful. It can be really tough for younger hitters to hit slow pitching. But if you keep your mind right, and if you use some of the strategies that we talked about today, you can have one of your best games against slower pitching, all right? Thanks again for watching. I'm Coach Dan Blewett. Check out the links in the description below where you'll find my online courses, other videos, my books, and all that good stuff to follow up with me. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.